The lights are on. It's a lot easier to see when the room is dark, not with my studio lighting. I can see it in person. The camera is just barely picking it up. But for those of you who wanted to see the lights on in our last video, I was able to capture it on my cell phone. What's up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabsome besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. And another random doll stuff video. I've been holding on to my Barbie Fashionista boxes. I'm going to carefully remove the picture on the side that has all of the dolls. So we have just a long strip. We're gonna need a few more. I was able to find 6. And we are going to use these to make a faux doll display case in miniature. Now, the same dolls do repeat over and over, so maybe we can cut them up to try to change up the order. I take a piece of foam board, draw a 13 by 11 inch rectangle, cut it out for the back of our display. Now let's plan out the shelves. I sketch a 1-inch line across the bottom, then draw another line every 2 inches up to the top, and another line going down the center. Measurements are off just a little. We need to trim right under the numbers. Done. Then I use it as a guide to redraw all of my lines going up. I now have 3/4 of an inch extra at the top, and I might trim that off. But first, let's glue down the dolls. I begin cutting them and gluing them to the board. Now we begin cutting the leftover foam board into strips. I cut a 1/2 inch piece to glue down the center, cut and glue more strips over the numbers so it starts to look like shelves. I add a 1-inch strip to the bottom. I cut off the extra foam board at the top, and we're going to turn it on its side and glue it down. All right, not too bad. I cut more 1/2 inch strips and glue them together to make a frame. Take clear plastic from packaging, cut it into strips, tape or glue it to make a door. I made 4, then glue them onto the front. Cut and glue strips onto the sides, add a piece to the top and a couple of push pins for knobs to make a doll display case for our dolls to have a display case of their own because, it's in miniature. Talk about dolls for dolls. It looks like Mini Toya has a huge Barbie Fashionista collection, even if a couple of them are doubles. And when the next lineup of Barbie Fashionistas are released, we can collect them and so can she. And the displays don't have to be this large. We can make smaller ones as well. And it's a fun way to recycle some doll packaging. Speaking of packaging, I saw The Little Mermaid in theaters. And of course, right after, I had to have Ariel and Eric. I know, I said I didn't want to end up with a whole bunch of Ariels. But I think it's the only one that comes with Eric. And there's a tiny Little Mermaid figurine. Ariel comes in her blue dress with a ruffle at the neckline, sheer sleeves, and printed details. A plastic headband, a tan bag that is open in the top, and pink boots. This doll has the basic 5 points of articulation with movement at the head, shoulder, and hip. This is the dress that comes with the single doll. It has more texture, however, this doll has some really cool details at the waist. It would have been nice if they combined the two. With Eric, we get a new face sculpt. He has molded hair, his screening is a little shiny, but I love the dimples, and that his eyes are a normal size. But sculpted pants! He comes wearing a blue vest with some printed buttons down the front. It appears to be removable. Yeah, it's a separate piece. He wears a white shirt underneath with the sleeves rolled, sculpted pants, but his boots are removable. He has movement at the head, shoulder, and hip. Does he match a made-to-move body? Not quite. Nope. Close, but the undertone is off. Nope, and no. This Barbie Looks doll looks the closest, but it's still not a perfect match from the dolls that I currently have. And he can't fit the clothes, but what about a classic Ken body? Yep, they can fit it. Throw on some khaki pants, borrow his boots, and we have a made-to-move Eric. Well, inspired doll. And this is the Barbie Looks Ken 5 body, which has a similar skin tone to this one. I just want to see. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not a perfect match. But I would probably do it anyway because I would rather have made to move than not. And since we already have a made to move Ariel, they can be a part of our made to move world and live happily ever after. Well, until Vanessa arrives. I bought this doll on Amazon for $14.99. She is petite, like the Ariel doll. Out of the box, her hair might need a little attention. She has brown hair with a side part, blue eyes, red lipstick, a shiny screening with a little pixelation, but it's not terrible. And she is beautiful. She comes wearing a purple dress with sheer puff sleeves and a long 2-layered skirt. She has black heels that are too large for a classic Barbie and a little large for curvy, but they are staying on. Nope, I take that back. And she also wears a necklace with a gold-colored seashell. I think she might match the tennis player. I place the dolls in a plastic bag, then into a cup of hot water to soften it so we can easily remove them and place it onto the new body. Wow, it looks just about perfect. I give her a quick hot water rinse, comb it out, and Vanessa is now made to move and taller. I think she is absolutely beautiful. I am loving all of the face sculpts from the mermaids, and she has a normal sized eye. Looks like Ariel is the only one with them oversized. Poor Ariel. And I've seen a lot of repaints where they give her a smaller eye and it looks great. I don't know. Maybe one of these days we need to give it a try. But I want to see how Vanessa would look in some everyday clothes. I know I have this floral print purple dress with sheer sleeves. Here it is. This will be perfect. Oh yes, loving casual Vanessa. Here is something I bought on Amazon a while back. It's currently priced at $12.29 and it's a chair. You know how I love my dollhouse furniture. Whoa, it was kind of snug in the box, but it's a metal frame and it comes with 2 faux leather pillows that we can just lay in the chair. It has a slight smell out of the box, but I love the metal frame. We can switch out the pillows if we want to have a different look, and the dolls look quite comfy. Here's Eric standing next to it for a little size comparison. Here's a Corrigu dress. I'm not sure if this one's new, but it's new to me. It's a green mermaid dress with green and black embroidery. It's totally giving mermaid. But I think Vanessa's gonna rock this casual look until we can get her a uniform. The Little Mermaid has completely taken over the shelf. Speaking of mermaids, there's a tiny one on the back of Vanessa's box. Let's carefully cut around it, along with the words for the Little Mermaid. Carefully pull the layers apart to make it thinner. I neatly cut out the logo and measure it to the picture. Ooh, I can use both dolls for a combo pack, or I can cut and separate them. Let's just cut a square around it and keep them together. Also me complains that dolls aren't sold separately. We could put the logo in front I'm gonna make it a little off center so we can see some of the tail. Trim off the excess, take more packaging, and glue it to the back. Hello, Flounder. I also cut out the QR code, and I'm just gonna peel off the back. Here we go. Let's just peel it off to make it a little thinner, then glue it on so we can still scan it and listen to music. Take clear plastic from packaging, an X-Acto knife, and clear tape, and a ruler. I'm using a pretty thin plastic. The one that comes with the mermaid doll is a little thick. I got this one from a Barbie box. I like it a little better. Place the picture underneath, then use a ruler to score a line at the edge. Repeat for all 4 sides. When lifted, we should be able to see it. Then go out to the side and add a 1/4 inch line and another one. So we end up with a rectangle for the box and then 2 1/4 inch lines going out to the sides all the way around. Cut on the outermost line. Cut 3 of the small squares at the corners. I cut the remaining one to make a small tab. Repeat for all 4 corners, then bend on the lines drawn to make a plastic box. Glue the logo to the front, take the picture of the dolls, and tape it to the back of the box. And I use the tabs as spacers to help keep everything in place. To make Little Mermaid dolls for our dolls. And I think Ariel could use a casual look as well. So let's give her this blue striped top with ruffles, denim shorts, and a pink headband. So they both have inspired looks. Thank you for joining us for another random doll stuff video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at MyFroggyStuff, the Frog Vlog, and Bella of MyFroggyStuff. And we will see you next time. Bye!